Okay, hello my friends. Welcome to another tutorial of Starfleet 2 Krellan Commander 2.0. This is going to be a quick one because there's not a lot to the screen I'm about to show you, and right now I don't have anything set up to actually show you some of the more detailed things about it, but I'm going to be honest, you're not going to spend a ton of time in here anyway, but it's useful to know about it at least. This is the security section. You hit S from the main menu, and first you have your security status. Now, if you had captives on board, this would be where you'd find out more about them. You are going to have a lot of captives, from freighters, from starliners, from enemy warships. You're gonna regularly come in contact with enemy captives, and you can get all kinds of information from them. It's fun. But this tells you, how many you have on board, how they're doing, that sort of thing. Internal defense, this next one here, the D key, this is if you get boarded. Like we showed you in a previous tutorial about boarding other ships. If you get boarded, you go here and you try and fight them off. You can see how many crew you have. How many Marines? Huh. I wonder if that's just shock troopers. Okay, hang on. I'm going to write a note about that. All right. Because Marines are the other guys. The UGA, they're Marines. So this is if you get boarded, which can happen sometimes. In my experience, it doesn't happen often. But when I did try to capture an enemy starbase, it happened several times. So it will happen, not all the time, but if you do get boarded, this is where you will fight back. So remember, when you board something like a starbase or a heavy cruiser, don't send all of your shock troops over there. Send a bunch, but also keep a few on hand just in case they try and board you, which might happen. So this is where you would deal with that. And come on, buddy. And finally, interrogation. Now, if we had captives on board, we could change the type of interrogation we use to get information out of them. This is where we do that. We don't have any captives on board, and I'm not going to spend time trying to find one, or some, excuse me. But if you had captives on board, this is where they would be. So there's not a lot to the security section. And again, you won't use it a ton. I rarely have. But it's here if you need it. In certain situations, it's very useful, especially when you do have captives on board and you need their help to find stuff. You can, maybe lean on them a little harder, if you know what I mean. But don't worry about that. So that's the security section. This is a real quick one. I know it's probably the shortest video yet, but as you can see, there's not a ton to the security section, but I needed to cover it, So we'll see you back here for the next tutorial. Thanks, y'all.